that was an alarm. That wasn't an alarm. That was a thing. Um. So what do we do this week? Sorry, I'm being distracted. Just because there are things I have to look at and things I have to do and blah 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 blah. Okay, so this week was kind of awkward. It was more of a anticipation week. Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday I did training, which is weird because I don't have a new job. I'm just going back to my old job, and it's weird to have to train for a job that you already have. None of the rules have changed. Like, there's not any big, massive update to the job. It's just, oh, we're gonna do this now, and we're gonna do this instead, or whatever. It's like, okay, sure, let's do that instead. I know it's just weird. It's just an odd choice. So that was kind of weird. But during this training, it was my training for my school job, which if you don't know, I have a school job, and I work at a school, and putting into this training was kind of just to give us more skills and to give us a better understanding of children, because that is something they feel that we just don't have as an after school caregiver. And it was weird, like going through it was much more psychological. It was much more about, hey, these are the things that your kids are going through, and this is why you are so important, even though you're not a teacher, even though you're not anything really all that special. You are incredibly important to the children that you watch over and the children that you provide care for. And it just kind of went into some terrifying statistics. Like, one of them that was said was that about 70% of people have some traumatic event in their life that drastically shaped their life, that is actively shaping their life into who they are. Which you hear that statistic and you're like, oh, we're all fucked up. None of us are happy. All of us die. It's just one of those statistics like you hear and you're like, what? And like, it's just weird statistic to hear, and I have to like just accept. But that was definitely one of the things that stuck with me. Everything else was kind of like, okay, I'm already doing that. And that kind of makes it seem like I'm an egotistical little shit, but no, like I do care about the kid, and like I'm very much. Like, I came into the job, kind of wanting to be there for people. Kind of like how I came into this job. And this whole YouTube thing is like, I want to be there for people. It's not really about anything else. It's just, I want to be there. I want to be a friend to people. That's, why I started the channel. That's why I do a lot of the things I do. It's just to provide a friendship and provide a safety net for the people I encounter. So it wasn't anything that was too out of the blue, but that was pretty much the majority of the week. Monday, I didn't do anything. On Monday, I did trophy hunting. I went back to the gym. I'm trying, now that I'm getting back into my set schedule and like things are starting to make sense again. Oh, wow. No, I'm going back to the gym when I used to go, and I'm getting back into my schedule. And it's weird, it is hard. Like, I am very sore from going to the gym as intensely and as regularly as I used to go. I'm not gonna lie, it is rough. It is rough doing that. Tuesday, I got a new phone, and it's weird. getting a new phone is weird. It's because first off, it took 2 hours. It took 2.5 hours. Let me be honest. It took 2.5 hours to get my new phone. I'm not gonna tell you what my new number is because that'd be weird. I'm also not going to tell you with who I'm with. But what I am going to say is the yellow. No, but we started going through this process of getting a new phone because my iPhone 6s was beating the shit, and it was kind of trash. Like there was a diamond cracked into my screen from times I've dropped it. There were just a bunch of stuff where it's like, oh, okay, this is a problem. And it just kind of looked gross. And it was like, oh, okay. Why I haven't done this in a while? And I had to change my number, and it was weird changing my number because I've had this number, the number I had. I've had that number since middle school, and now I'm in my third year of college, and I'm changing my number for the first time, and it's like, oh no. And of course, like whenever you do a big change like that, even though it's not like a massive change to life and whatever, it does kind of throw things out of whack. I missed texts for a meeting. Now apparently pretty dire meetings. I'm doing god awful. I don't remember the last time I did this awful, so that's something. But so getting my new number was changed for, when we were there, the girl we're working with, she's talking to us and like she's going through all this stuff and she's going through all the information, and it was really a lot. And we had kind of shown up 2 hours before closing, and she goes, "Yeah, we can't leave until you have all your stuff and then everything's situated." Like that's just how it is. That's just kind of how it is and whatever. Oh, there's my alarm. Told you it was gonna happen. So if you guys want to go do whatever you can, like we have to stay here while everything transfers and everything is good. And I was like, okay, yeah, that kind of makes sense. But as we're kind of there working, her boyfriend shows up, and he also works for the same company. And he's kind of like hanging out, kind of just standing in the corner, and everyone starts talking as we're waiting for stuff to transfer and whatever. And we're all having a good time, and we were like, well, we were gonna go get sushi. And then we decided that we weren't gonna go get sushi because that would just not be fair to the people here, because sushi was about like half an hour away, and plus we were on a time limit, and it was like, okay, so this would not be fair to you guys if we go get sushi and we just like leave you guys to kind of handle this. I'm gonna see if I can attach my silencer now. I think there's been enough time. I'm not sure. So we end up talking about Chipotle, and I was like, and I don't know who brought it up, but someone was like, what time does the end? And I'm like, I'm pretty sure like we have plenty of time. I'm pretty sure it closes at 10, and it was only like, it was 8:55, and it was like, okay, cool, whatever. And I look at the boyfriend, and the boyfriend is like shaking his head. He's like, no, and like he's trying very hard not to be noticed by his girlfriend, but also trying to like get me to notice him. I'm like, okay, what's up, homie? Like, you good? What goes on? And I'm like, no, they close at 9. And everyone kind of looks at me and they're like, what, are you serious? I'm like, well, one of my closest friends works at Chipotle, so I think I would know. And they were like, oh, we gotta run right now. We gotta go. We gotta like get there if we want Chipotle. And First off, the fact that everyone has just like switched over and I've chosen my side of this debate that quickly was phenomenal. Um, was phenomenal. And the boyfriend's over here like shaking his head like yes, yes. I'm like, all right. So I got him the system. I'm like, all right, we're gonna run. We're gonna literally run over to Chipotle before they close, and we're gonna get the food. So that will be good, and hopefully we don't just piss off an entire restaurant with people, because that would be bad. So we go and do that, and me and this boyfriend are just laughing our asses off about the fact that this is now happening, and we have gotten everyone to agree that it now closes not just 1 hour early, but 2 hours early. Like, we went for a long haul on this one, and it's like, yes, this stupidness is working. And it was just great. So me and my sister, we started running just to make a good show of it, and as soon as they were out of sight of like the big old windows and like we're good, I start just walking, and my sister's like, what are you doing? She goes, oh, they don't close until 11. We have plenty of time. And she was like, then why are we, what did you do? And I was like, well, the boyfriend really doesn't want to go to Chipotle after work. So we just kind of made crap up. It's like, you lied. And she goes, you lied? No. I helped out a friend. He's like, you don't even know him. I'm like, I helped out a friend. And it was just so perfect. We came back with the bowls and the burritos, and I'm like, man, I have never pissed off an entire restaurant of people so quickly. We walked in literally a minute before they closed, and now we have burritos. And the boyfriend is over here laughing his ass off. I'm over here like, we cannot get found out. And it's just went perfectly. Like, we were there for so long that the step douche just like didn't even wait till we get to the house or even to the car. He just ripped into his bowl and started eating it in the middle of the phone store, just like nom 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 nom. And I was like, dude, the fuck. Sometimes that's the only response you can have. It's just, what the fuck? And he just starts eating this food, inhaling it in front of everyone. He eats half of this bowl. And it was like, wait, what? When did you eat that? And he goes, I was hungry. And it was like, okay, sure, dude. You can just inhale half of a fucking chipotle bowl like that, no problem, sure. So there was that whole part of it. Then and that was pretty much the most exciting thing that happened this week. The other thing, like, kind of noteworthy that went down is that I've started dieting. I've been going to the gym a lot. I've been looking really good. I'm not gonna tell you how much weight I lost just yet. I want to wait until, the end of the year, the end of our redemption year, which, by the way, has gone on great. Before I kind of like start bragging about how well I did. Oh, hiccups, gross. Gross. But I've been doing a lot of weight, so I started dieting. I started calorie counting, and that's kind of weird. It's kind of weird for me, especially because my diet is, when I eat, is very off. Like, I don't really eat at a set time or set schedules. I typically end up skipping breakfast because I'm just like, I don't like it. I don't like the idea of getting early in the morning and immediately just start cooking. It just seems wrong. And I know like what you're thinking, like, well, you don't have to like cook for breakfast. And I'm like, yeah, but at the same time, if I'm gonna like make breakfast, I want eggs, I want bacon, I want to go for things. Because otherwise, like, what's the point of making something specifically for breakfast? But that's just my opinion, because I'm a little bit odd. But I don't really do breakfast, and it's just how it is. And I walk around a lot, at my job, both jobs. Like I'm either running around for like half an hour, 45 minutes, or I'm, kind of just hanging out. So, there are things that kind of like just happen. So, there's a day where I noticed that my calorie count was super low. Like, I'd only really taken in 100 calories for that day. Because I'd gone to the gym earlier that day. I skipped breakfast. And I started drinking, and had ramen. And I had made a little ramen meal for myself. So I was only on to 100 calories. And I'm telling my mom this. Meaning because I was like, oh, there's really nothing to talk about. I'll tell about how this is going today. And she turns around and she goes, are you starving yourself? Like, are you becoming anorexic? And I'm like, oh, that's not where I thought that conversation was going. Weird. So now, the last 2 days, I've made a really big show about eating everything as much as possible in front of her. And it's just like, it's gross. I've gone from, this is fine and whatever, to I'm going to inhale food in front of you now because you suck. I'll switch this out. That's pretty much what I've been doing. And it is so weird that is something that I do now, just to prove a point. It's like, no, I'm not anorexic. I'm not becoming anorexic. You don't have to worry about me becoming an anorexic. Let me inhale food in front of you. So that's not a problem. It's like, I never thought there'd be a day in my life where like someone blames me, like accuses me of being anorexic. But shit happens, I guess. But yeah, that's pretty much been the week, between the training, between the whole phone changing adventure, which I've been called spoiled so many times now, that I finally upgraded my phone after 4 years. The amount of times I've been called spoiled because I decided to get like an iPhone X is fucking insane. And I was called anorexic. So that happened. I don't fucking know, dude. So thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for listening. Thank you for the 4 of you that just joined like yesterday. Like, damn, I don't know why, and I love you. But that's pretty much it. Like, everything else was boring. I platinumed the game, which I'm not gonna talk about because I recorded that Tears of the Hunt and I don't want to give anything away. But yeah, it's been a good week. It's been a week of just getting cold and anorexic. I don't fucking know. Yeah, but I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.